Welcome to this edition of the Airline Economics Aviation News Weekly Update. We have an exciting lineup of stories to share with you today, covering a range of topics from passenger numbers and sustainability initiatives to groundbreaking advancements in the aviation industry. Stay tuned to hear about the latest trends in the US airline industry, a pioneering research grant focused on sustainable aviation fuel, the sustainability awards that recognize industry leaders, and much more. Our goal is to keep you informed and inspired about the dynamic world of aviation. So buckle up and get ready for a captivating journey through the latest news and developments in the aviation industry. In our first story, TUI Group has reported a notable rise in revenue as their airline operations inch closer to pre-COVID levels. During the second quarter of 2023, their revenue reached €3.2 billion. Surpassing the previous year by €1.1 billion, the underlying earnings before interest and tax improved by €88 million, amounting to a €242 million loss during the same period. TUI's Markets and Airlines division stated that their underlying EBIT is nearly back to pre-pandemic levels. Although TUI experienced a loss of €308.5 million in Q2, the company explained that the previous year's figures included a gain from the re-evaluation and unwinding of ineffective hedge positions, as well as state compensation due to pandemic-related business losses in the central region. TUI mentioned that popular destinations for their guests included traditional options like the Canaries and Egypt, as well as long-haul destinations such as Mexico and the Dominican Republic. However, the segment continues to be affected by inflationary pressures, particularly in energy costs and fluctuations in exchange rates. Despite these challenges, TUI saw a growth in the number of customers with 2.4 million travellers in Q2 2023 compared to 1.8 million in Q2 2022. Additionally, TUI successfully repaid €3.1 billion of net debt, which was a result of the German state assistance received during the pandemic. The group also reported that summer bookings for 2023 were at 96% of the levels seen in 2019, indicating a 13% rise from 2022. Sebastian Ebel, the CEO of TUI Group, expressed his satisfaction with the results achieved in the second quarter. He highlighted the positive performance of the completed winter season, which aligned with their expectations and featured good pricing. Ebel emphasized that their strategic initiatives are yielding results, as evidenced by the repayment of aid and their focus on profitable growth. In our next story, Delta Airlines is currently engaged in discussions with Airbus regarding a significant order of wide-body aircraft. The airline aims to replace its aging fleet and expand its capacity in the post-pandemic period. The decision to order new wide-body jets is driven by the anticipated growth in transatlantic and international travel following the pandemic. Delta Airlines has already increased the number of seats on international routes by over 20% compared to the first quarter of 2022. Additionally, 75% of global seats have already been booked, indicating strong demand. Glenn Hauenstein, the president of Delta Airlines, expressed excitement about the company's momentum and predicted record revenues and profitability for the summer travel season. The airline is currently operating its largest transatlantic schedule to date, which is generating unprecedented demand throughout the travel industry. As a result, airlines are seeking new aircraft to meet this demand and replace older planes. Delta Airlines is considering both Airbus A350s and A330neos, although an agreement has not been finalized. The potential order could include dozens of aircraft. The airline already has 32 Airbus A330s and A350s on order, with 16 of each type. Presently, Delta operates 28 Airbus A350s in two different configurations. In terms of its existing fleet, Delta Air has 63 A330 planes, including 22 A330neos, that offer improved fuel efficiency. The average age of their 11 Airbus A330-200 aircraft is 18 years, while the 31 Airbus A330-300 planes have an average age of 14 years. Furthermore, Delta is contemplating the replacement of its aging Boeing 767s. Currently, the airline has 66 of these aircraft in its fleet. The 45 Boeing 767-300ERs have an average age of 27 years, and the 21 Boeing 767-400ERs have an average age of over 22 years. Recently, Delta Airlines announced increased frequency on specific routes to Europe and extended its New York to Geneva route until January 2024. The airline also plans to boost the frequency of flights from both Boston to Dublin and Atlanta to Paris. The potential new aircraft order will enable Delta Airlines to meet the anticipated surge in demand in the future. Continuing with more Airbus news now, and we have the latest update on their deliveries and orders for the month of April. During this period, Airbus delivered a total of 54 aircraft and received orders for 5, which is a slight decrease compared to the previous month's figures of 61 deliveries and 20 orders. Out of the 54 aircraft delivered, 48 were narrow-bodies, while the remaining 6 were wide-bodies. The recipients of the wide-body aircraft included China Eastern, Ethiopian Airlines, Cebu Pacific, and Condor, with each airline receiving 1 aircraft. Air China took delivery of 2 wide-body jets. As for the orders received, 4 out of the 5 were for narrow-body aircraft, notably Air France and JetBlue were among the carriers that placed orders for single-aisle jets in April. Although there was a slight dip in deliveries and orders compared to the previous month, Airbus continues to actively contribute to the aviation industry with its diverse range of aircraft. In the latest updates on passenger numbers in the US, official data published on May the 11th reveals that the nation's airlines carried a total of 64.6 million passengers on the scheduled service flights in February 2023. According to the Bureau of Transportation Statistics, this figure represents a 1.1% increase from January 2023. However, it is important to note that it is still 4.8% lower than the all-time high recorded in January 2020 before the impact of the pandemic. Comparatively, the number of passengers in February 2023 is significantly higher, standing at 142% than the same month in 2021, when travel restrictions were at their peak due to the pandemic. Breaking down the data, the BTS numbers indicate that over 56 million passengers were domestic travellers in February 2023. The remaining 8 million passengers were international travellers, and these statistics are compiled from reports submitted to the BTS by 77 US carriers. While the passenger numbers in February 2023 show signs of recovery compared to the previous year, they have yet to reach pre-pandemic levels. The aviation industry continues to adapt and navigate through the evolving travel landscape. We now have some latest news from Sustainable Aviation, where the Aviation Climate Task Force has awarded its first research grant to Sustion, supporting the development of a groundbreaking approach called direct air capture to jet. This innovative process combines CO2 capture and conversion using a new material created by Sustion. The material captures and converts CO2 into methanol and ethanol, which can then be upgraded to sustainable aviation fuel or SAF. The $400,000 grant aims to advance the commercial deployment of dual-functional materials for SAF production, contributing to a scalable and resilient supply chain. Southwest Airlines Director of Environmental Sustainability, Helen Giles, expresses enthusiasm for Sustion's technology, which directly captures and converts CO2 into SAF intermediates. This advancement is crucial for decarbonising aviation and aligns with the industry's goal of achieving net zero emissions by 2050. The grant represents the Aviation Climate Task Force commitment to driving innovation and fostering a sustainable future for aviation. At the prestigious Dublin Aviation and Environment Summit Conference and Exhibition, Airline Economics hosted the second annual Sustainability Awards. The gala dinner held at the RDS was a remarkable event that recognised the outstanding efforts and achievements in aviation sustainability. KPMG, our award sponsor, played a vital role in supporting these awards and the advancement of sustainability within the aviation industry. We extend our gratitude to all the participants who nominated their deals for consideration and to those who voted in the industry survey. The response was overwhelming, with a remarkable quantity and quality of sustainability-linked transactions, companies and individuals submitted for consideration. The winners of the Airline Economic Sustainability Awards are a testament to the industry's increasing focus on sustainability and the unwavering dedication of industry professionals in driving the journey towards a net zero future. Their innovation and commitment are showcased in the inaugural ESG global publication, The Future of Aviation, which will be released next week. Make sure to register for your free digital issue in the description below. Congratulations to all the winners for their remarkable achievements in advancing sustainability within the aviation industry. Back to this week's sustainability news now, where German company MTU Aero Engines has published a sustainability report that provides information on its progress and achievements across 6 areas: products, production, maintenance, corporate governance, employees, procurement and society. The report also highlights diversity as a key focus. MTU Aero Engines considers climate protection a top priority and has implemented an eco-roadmap climate protection strategy. The company aims to make production and maintenance more sustainable, and all European production sites are actively working towards a 60% reduction in CO2 emissions by 2030. The roadmap strategy will be extended to Serbia and the company's Canadian facilities in 2023, leading to the initiative being called NTU Green Global. NTU's long-term goal is to achieve climate neutrality across all sites by 2045. And global law firm Norton Rose Fulbright has advised Jet2 on the fuel offtake aspects of its investment in a new sustainable aviation fuel production plant in the northwest of England. The plant, named Fulcrum North Point, will convert 600,000 tonnes of non-recyclable household waste into around 100 million litres of SAF annually. Jet2 will invest in the plant and receive over 200 million litres of SAF over a 15-year period, leading to net emissions reductions of around 400,000 tonnes of CO2. The strategic location of the plant allows for direct delivery of SAF to Manchester Airport via existing jet fuel pipelines, reducing reliance on road transportation. Jet2 is committed to a comprehensive sustainability strategy, including the purchase of Airbus A320 and A321neo aircraft and carbon offsetting schemes. The investment in SAF production demonstrates the company's dedication to addressing climate impacts and transitioning to net zero emissions. That brings us to the end of this week's news update. We hope you found these stories insightful and thought-provoking. Remember, staying informed is crucial in this ever-evolving industry, and by subscribing to our channel or newsletter, you'll receive regular updates straight to your inbox. So don't miss out on the latest news, trends, and advancements in aviation. Share this content with your friends, colleagues, and fellow aviation enthusiasts, and let's spread the knowledge and excitement. Thank you for watching or listening, and we'll see you soon with more captivating stories from the world of aviation.